G'day folks, my name is Loki, welcome to my channel. Today we are taking a look at Dinkum, which was recently released in early access. Now I'm particularly excited about this game because it's being developed and published by fellow Australian James Bendon. Now at first glance, Dinkum seems to be your typical survival sim. But looks can be deceiving. You've got the usual resource gathering and building, etc., but leveling up your skills provides some new and varied opportunities. And don't let the cutesy graphics fool you. This game has depth. So now we get to the good, the bad and the ugly. The good. Dinkum uses authentic Aussie expressions, which as an Australian it's nice to see because usually we're playing games that are Americanized. So it's really nice to see some of, my country's vernacular being used in a game. But Dinkum avoids overdoing it to the point that non-Australians wouldn't understand. And I think, that's a very important balance as part of this game. The game mechanics are simple but engaging. There's a system for licenses and deeds, and it's all very easy to understand. The game has so many layers to discover. To be honest, I found time just ticking away and not really sure what I'd achieved. I had just been sucked into the time warp of, playing the game, and time was rushing past in a good way. The bad. Now, anyone that has followed my review videos, my first impressions, you know how I feel about a game not having a tutorial. Some people don't like to be spoon-fed information, they like to discover it themselves, and that's fine, but it's always preferred to have some kind of a tutorial to take you through some of the basics. My suggestion to anyone playing who is sort of going, I'm not quite sure what to do or whatever, is to have a look at the keyboard control under options, and that sort of can fill in a few blanks for you. But no tutorial, so I count that as a bad. There's no option to save, like you can't do a quick save at any point. The only way you can save the game is by you go to sleep, therefore ending your day, and the game auto saves. So you can find yourself ending the day at 1 PM because, well, for a myriad of reasons. The camera controls at first felt a little clunky, and I was kind of constantly swapping between free camera and build camera. I'm not entirely sure why it felt clunky. Perhaps it's because of other games I've been playing, but I have noticed a few comments in Dinkum's Discord server of other people talking about the controls. The worst thing I think that I put into bad is there's no pause. Even the only way you can pause the game is to set it to end the day, and don't click to move forward, or save it and go out to the main menu. Now that just isn't practical a lot of times. I mean, you could be in the middle of the day, like in the middle of a game day, doing things, the phone rings and you can't hit pause. And there are quests that are time sensitive that you have to complete by the end of the day. So to have no option to pause, I felt was, very badly, overlooked. As for the ugly, I can very happily say there is nothing about Dinkum that I would put in the ugly bucket. The ugly bucket is empty. James Bendon, who is the developer on this, just within the first few days of Dinkum being released, I think he's done like 3 or 4 different hot fixes on different items. There were things that I had in my list of bad that I had to remove because James was fixing things as quick as they came up. So, and that's, you know, that's a great thing for the game. So do I recommend it? Absolutely. If you like these types of games, you are probably going to love Dinkum. The Dinkum Discord channel is just chock full of helpful people, not to mention James is in there regularly helping people out, listening to feedback, getting suggestions, and man, he is just so quick on getting fixes out there. I'm truly impressed with his dedication to his game. Is it worth the price? Hell yeah. It's not, I mean, yeah, it's in early access. It's not perfect, but it's, you know, if James keeps this up, it's going to be some incredible piece of work. So I think, you know, the price that it's listed at currently is more than fair because there is a full game there for you to play. Now it's simply a matter of tweaking and honing, and I suppose, you know, the addition of those QOL items. So for me, get yourself a copy of Dinkum and get out there and have fun. So that's all from me today, folks. Stay slinky, and I'll see you next time.